typical celebrity moment. Planned, fancy, and picture perfect. Meghan Markle, all dressed up and glamorous, walking down the aisle of an American Airlines plane, smiling at everyone like she was in a happy TV ad. She even wrote a cute thank you note to the crew. Cameras snapped, fans loved it, and it seemed like a simple photo moment. But nobody knew back then that this happy airplane scene was hiding something big. Because while Meghan was acting sweet up in the sky, trouble was brewing behind the scenes. The real drama wasn't on the plane. It was coming from another airline, British Airways. And the crew from one special royal trip wasn't staying quiet anymore. One flight attendant, who didn't share her name but sounded believable, spilled a secret that shook Meghan and Harry's story. She said Meghan didn't seem to care about her baby during a long flight. No love, no connection, just cold distance. The nanny, not Meghan, took care of everything. But what really got people talking was that the baby didn't seem to know her at all. Now, one odd moment could just be because she was tired or stressed from the trip. But this wasn't just one moment. It was the last clue in a theory people have whispered about since 2019 that Meghan might not have really given birth to her kids. Now meet DL, a lady whose name is still a secret, but her story is making waves everywhere. She says she was hired by Meghan to be a surrogate not once, but 2 times, for both Archie and Lilibet. DL says it was like something from a spy movie. She was taken to a secret place, had no phone or contact with the outside, and was told strict rules. Have the babies, sign a secret paper, and disappear without a trace. No contract, no official papers, just quiet. DL says she followed the plan at first, but when Meghan stopped talking to her after the second baby and acted like she didn't exist, DL got upset. She's tired of staying silent. She has videos from the secret place, ultrasound pictures, hospital papers, all matching the exact dates of Archie and Lilibet's births. She even says, test my DNA, test the kids. See who's telling the truth. If that was all, it would already be huge news. But the more you look, the stranger it gets. Remember that video from when Meghan said she was pregnant? The one where her belly looked like it bent weirdly when she leaned down? Back then, people said it was just the camera or her clothes. But now, with DL's story, that video is back. And people think it shows the truth slipping out. Plus, the way Meghan and Harry shared baby photos was odd. Strange angles, blurry pictures, not many clear face shots. There was that famous photo of just baby feet. Some sharp-eyed people said those hands holding the feet didn't even look like Meghan's. Different skin, different nails. Then there's talk that Meghan didn't go to the hospital for Lilibet's birth, only showing up later for photos. At first, these were just internet rumors, but DL's story makes them harder to ignore. If she's telling the truth, the whole Meghan and Harry story could fall apart. This isn't just about lying, it's about royal titles, the line to the throne, and big rules for the royal family. Suddenly, Meghan's perfect image as a loving mom and someone treated unfairly doesn't seem so strong. The British Airways worker wasn't the only one talking. After her story got out, others started sharing too, carefully, quietly, but with enough details to keep the story growing. Someone who worked for the royals said the palace was worried for years about missing medical papers for Meghan's pregnancies. Not out loud, of course. In public, everything was hushed up. But behind the scenes, there were whispers, meetings, and backup plans. Now those secret talks are crashing into public drama. DL's proof isn't just hospital papers. She has videos with dates, showing her pregnant in a locked-down place she says was set up by Meghan and Harry's team. In one video, she's on a medical bed, looking tired, saying the date and place into the camera. Her pregnant belly is clear as day. Another video shows her holding a newborn, crying quietly while a nurse with a mask helps her. If the dates on these videos are real, they could be a disaster for Meghan and Harry. And DL isn't doing this for money. She says she said no to big offers from gossip magazines, wanting to tell the story her way. She only spoke out because Meghan acted like she didn't exist. No thanks, no recognition, just ignored promises. What really made her mad was watching Meghan's new interviews where she cried about being a mom and how the press treated her. DL said it felt like Meghan was pretending to be her. Meanwhile, Meghan's team is working hard. Right after the British Airways story leaked, they posted lots of happy family videos online. cute clips of the kids playing in the garden, a sweet blog post about being a mom and staying strong. But smart fans weren't fooled. People noticed that in one video, the kid who was supposed to be Lilibet didn't have Meghan's eyes or Harry's red hair. Online forums went wild, comparing photos, looking at faces, pointing out things that didn't add up. And then there's the timing. Meghan's surprise plane appearance happened, right when the British Airways story came out. She didn't just get on the plane and smile. She made sure every moment was filmed. Her note to the crew, her walk down the aisle, her chats with workers. It wasn't just a trip. It was a big plan to look good. But instead of changing the story, it made people more curious. One comment online got super popular. If everything was true, why is she trying so hard to prove it? And just like that, the perfect Meghan and Harry story started to crack. Inside the royal palace, people say lawyers are looking at royal rules. Archie and Lilibet have royal titles right now. But if they weren't really born to Meghan and there's no official surrogacy paper, that could cause a huge problem. Their titles might be taken away. Their place in the royal line could be gone. This isn't just family gossip. It's about how the country is run. And Harry? Nobody knows what he knew or when. Some think he was part of it. Others think he was tricked, stuck in a story he couldn't get out of. What's clear is he's not talking publicly. And when someone's this quiet, it feels like they're saying a lot. All this mess has caused a big panic in Meghan's home. Her team is checking every old worker, every email, every mistake that could come back to hurt them. Because if DL goes public with a DNA test or a big complaint, Meghan and Harry aren't just facing bad news stories. They could face real legal trouble. A big legal fight is coming, and everyone close knows it. Meghan's lawyers are rushing to stop DL's possible DNA test, quietly talking to labs to block or slow things down. Insiders say they're not trying to prove DL wrong, they're just trying to buy time. Behind the scenes, meetings are happening all the time. Not just at Meghan's house, but in London too. Important palace workers are telling King Charles to step in before the news gets worse. One worker reportedly said, "If we don't control this story, the royal family might lose control of the throne." It's not just about gossip, it's about rules. The royal family has followed strict traditions for hundreds of years, but there's no rule for a problem like this. And the palace's silence, once seen as calm, now looks like they're scared. Back in California, things are different. Meghan, usually so calm and in control, is said to be falling apart. Workers say she's yelling at her helpers, checking social media all the time, and calling for emergency media meetings at weird hours. One old worker says she cried after seeing a TikTok video comparing DL's pregnancy clips to her own royal event videos. The similarities were too creepy, too exact, and no amount of PR could fix that comparison. Companies that used to love working with Meghan are stepping back. A fancy baby brand that planned a project with her quietly took down all their ads. A book deal about her life as a mom is on hold, and fashion companies are pulling away too. One boss said, "We can't tie our name to this messy story." Harry, meanwhile, has gone super quiet. Friends say he's avoiding everyone, not answering calls and pushing away close buddies. Some think he knew about DL for a long time and the guilt is hitting him hard. Others think he's still hoping it'll all go away if he stays quiet, but staying quiet isn't helping anymore. It's starting to look like he's part of it. Everyone's watching what DL does next. Lawyers, TV networks, and book publishers have reached out, but she's said no to all of them so far. People close to her say she's thinking about one thing: a DNA test done in front of neutral people. No big show, no drama, just the truth. She doesn't want to be famous. She just wants the real story out there. And if the test proves she's right, it won't just be bad for Meghan and Harry. It could shake up the whole royal family. Royal experts are already talking. One historian said, if there's no proof Meghan gave birth and no official surrogacy papers, Archie and Lilibet could lose their place in line for the throne. Not just quietly, but with official documents. That means no titles, no special rights, and no chance to inherit anything royal. This isn't about personal choices anymore. It's about the rules that hold the royal family together. This is way bigger than gossip. If Meghan made up her whole mom story to get titles and power, that's a huge royal scam. And the effects could last forever. People's trust, already shaky, could break completely. future royal births might have to be checked closely. And for Meghan and Harry's kids, life would change forever.